Hello and good day. This is Adam with cloudautomation.blog. In today's video, I'm going to go over how to add extra data disks to your Azure VM from vRA. So one of the cool things about the Azure console or the AWS console is it allows the end user to almost do limitless things. They can pretty much do whatever they want to that VM within the console. So as you can see here, there's disks, availability sets, extensions, network, the size of the VM if you want to back it up, some properties, tagging. I mean, you name it, IAM control, it's all here. You can do it all. So one of the things as admins or architects that we want to do is we want to provide a lot of that functionality within a cloud management portal if they're requesting infrastructure as a service services out of AWS or out of Azure. So how do we do that? So in this video, I'm just going to do disks. I will have other videos in the future around how to do some cool things with maybe the sizes or backups, availability sets, etc. So what I did is I just created a day two operation on an actual Azure VM. So if I go to Actions, you can see Add Azure Data Disk. I'm going to click that. So a couple things I want to point out real quick is the allowable data disks. Depending on the size of your instance, you may get 2 disks, you may get 4, 6, 8. It's all advertised when you select the size. On this VM size, I'm allowed 2 data disks, and I've already provisioned 1. So you could put some logic in here that would actually cancel this request if they tried to submit it, if they were 2 and 2, or if they equaled each other more or less. In this case, I just have it for the user to look at and then decide if, hey, can I actually provision another disk? So the storage account name, this should be something that's automatic. There's a bug out right now. I'm hoping when I go to 7.3, it fixes it, but I am not able to automatically pick my storage account name, which I will get into at the end of the video. Maybe someone else can help me with that. So for right now, I'm going to enter my storage account name, the size of the disk in gigs, and then the name of the disk. Click Submit. If I go over to Request, we'll see that's in progress. And what we're going to actually do is go over to vRO and look at the Add Azure Data Disk workflow. And as you can see, it's running. Okay, we did a little fast forward there. You can see about a minute, so it's 34 and 4 seconds up to 35 and 5 seconds to provision that disk. If we jump over to the Azure portal and I click Disks, we will now see the new 6 gig disk. So the new 6 gig disk, it's 6 gigabytes. Standard LRS, perfect. So how did we do that? So I created this vRO workflow to actually do that for you. Has some attributes, has some inputs, and then the schema as is. Now what I could not figure out how to do is this storage account attribute is an Azure storage account. I actually had to set this statically. I should not have to do that. There's a function which I could not get to work, maybe just because I'm tired, but I'm not really sure. Sorry, not a function. There's an action, find storage accounts. So based on the name that you give it, which I provided in the request, it will go out, it'll search the storage accounts, and it will parse it and then return it. So if I go back here, the one that failed here, this is, unfortunately the canvas is incorrect. There used to be that find storage accounts action right here. But if you look, it said it couldn't actually find that storage account. I know it existed and I know it found it because you can see right here it says found. I have 3 storage accounts in my Azure account. So it found that one as well, and then found this with the actual vRA on Azure storage. If I go back to the action, I modified the stock action just so I could put some logging in there. You'll see found this, or found, and then found this. So it did find it, and it was supposed to return it right here, storage account equals SA object, and then it returns the storage object. So I am not sure why that does not work. If anyone knows, please let me know. So going back to the workflow, jumping into the schema, all we're doing here is pulling data from the virtual machine object to get the VM name, the instance size, subscription ID, location, resource group name, and then the connection string. Those are all outputs. The input is the virtual machine itself. We're then abstracting some objects. So we're getting a few more things as outputs. And then we're using all of those in the disk stuff scriptable task. The extract objects, a lot of that is out of the box. I just poached that from a couple other workflows that VMware has provided. And then the same thing with disk stuff. Some of this is custom. I think a lot of this up here I kind of put together what I needed to actually make this work. And then a lot of this is out of the box, and some of the stuff at the bottom was custom. I will include this workflow as an attachment on my blog post. Jumping back to vRA, to actually create this, what you're going to want to do is go to Design, go to X as a Service, go to Resource Actions, create that new resource action, and reference that workflow. Once you have done that, you'll have a form. And this is how I have mine laid out. So the allowable data disks, I have a value set to the field virtual machine max disk count. The provision data disks, I actually created an action. So I have an external action, get Azure data disk count, which I'll jump over right now and show that code. It's pretty straightforward. We just get the machine profile, loop through the disks, and then get the count. Yes, this is an array, and it does have a length, but for some reason I could not get it to return properly. Again, maybe because I'm tired. Not really sure. If anyone can figure that out, feel free to let me know. And then the last three are just free-form fields for the end user to actually fill out. If I missed anything or if you have any questions, feel free to comment on my video or on the blog post. I hope this helped. Thanks for watching my video and have a great day.